Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday Morning Cooking with Nancy O and her husband, Richard, who is our Rick. He's back there at the stove. I don't know if you can see him. There he is. Hi, honey. I have him already sauteing some vegetables for us, so because it was going to take a little bit back there. And I am so excited to share a quiche with you in a healthier version of a quiche. It's Monday morning, the sun's shining, it's a beautiful day. And I have so much to tell you about rainbow chard today that I'm so excited about. I wanted to show you the finished product here before I move it off the work table. It is warm, so let me just take this and move it back out of our way. And we have Rick back there. I'm going to get him sauteing some rainbow chard in his pan. And I'm going to tell you what he all has in there right now. So he has some of the stems to the rainbow chard that we cut up small like onions so that they could cook faster. We have onion in there and we have garlic. Now we're not posting the recipe for you today because it is a long recipe, only because it's easy to do, but there's just some steps, and I wanted to spell the steps out for you. So if you want the recipe, message me, and I'm happy to send it to you, and it'll all be good. So in the meantime, I'm going to hand him 6 cups of the rainbow chard here, because it's going to take about 6 minutes for this to cook. So while he's doing that, I'm going to talk to you about some steps we did to get to this point. So you can make this recipe up ahead of time. It can be used for breakfast, lunch, dinner. You can prep all of your ingredients ahead of time and just throw it together. And then when you get home from work or whatever you're doing, or get up in the morning and say you're having brunch, you can throw it in the oven. It only takes 30 minutes to cook. It's about 40 minutes total time in all. You could, if you're having company, you could double the batch and then have some to send home with family and friends. We always cook at our house in large batches, and we always send food home with who's ever here and whoever wants some. We just love sharing food with people. So one of the things that I want to tell you about rainbow chard, our Swiss chard, we love rainbow because this is one of the larger pieces. Isn't that gorgeous? This one doesn't have color in. When you grow rainbow chard on the tower garden, you're going to get a tremendous stock of rainbow chard, or Swiss chard, either one. And I bought some new seeds that we are starting, and they are bright red. Instead of doing rainbow, I did this red color, just because it adds color to whatever you're doing. And you know, just having color in your food makes it so much more exciting. So then these are some of our baby leaves, and they were coming up. Look at those beautiful colors. Okay, now what I really want you to see is on the back side, how it just is growing. The color goes all into the leaves. So you can use this in salads. It makes beautiful color in salads. When we make our salads and we chop this up raw, no one knows we have rainbow chard in there. We don't tell them. Okay, the crunch of the leaves, when we washed and dried these, I was patting them down and you can just hear the leaves crunching. So they make an excellent, excellent part of your raw salad when you're doing a salad. The other thing is this, the rainbow chard is chock full of vitamin K. It helps your body with healing, like your wounds, and it has vitamin A, which helps you with your immune system. So it's a really, really good vegetable to have staple in your life. I'm going to tell you, we never ate chard at all, never even thought to buy it at the grocery store until we grew it on the tower garden, and I just thought it was the coolest vegetable ever. Now I'm going to turn here and check on Rick. How is that going over there, Rick?
Good.
Okay, so he's about 6 minutes that he has to cook it. That's why I'm doing the talking while he's cooking back there. So what we did is we just took these leaves and you cut into them, and you want to cut these, what are called these stems, out. And then you're just going to chop them up like onions. I hate cutting this guy because he's so pretty. Okay, so that's all we did to get our stems for our quiche today. okay? And then when you cut your leaves, if you just roll them up, let's see if I can get a couple leaves in here. They're so much easier to cut. Look at this, you just cut like this. And it's so easy and fast and quick. And look at how much you can take this. People think this is celery inside of a salad. So I'm actually growing pink celery on the tower, just as a side note, that I thought that would be fun. But see how you can just add that to a salad or any cooked recipe you want. Now, if you don't have any rainbow chard and you'd rather use the spinach on your tower garden, you could easily substitute spinach for this recipe. Okay, so right now we have our rainbow chard cooking in just a tablespoon of olive oil. We have a half a cup of chopped onion and a clove of garlic in there. So once that's all cooked down, I think that looks good from here. Yeah. We are going to move this out of our way. Can I hand that to you, honey? Thank you. Okay. Sometimes I'm nice to Rick. We are going to take.
I got a knife.
You know, he said he had a knife, guys. We're not behaving back here. 3 eggs. And we are going to add some milk to it, just a cup of milk. Here, Rick, you want to stir? Sure. Rick likes to stir. I splash, he stirs. And that's how we work things. Okay, we're going to add just a cup of cottage cheese in there. And guys, you know, you can eyeball it. If you have cottage cheese that's close to its expiration date, this is a perfect way to use it up. Then we're going to add just a couple tablespoons of flour to this because it's going to give it a little thickness. And how's it going? Here, let's see if we can show in the camera. We're just blending it like that. Perfect. Now I'm going to just take and add a half a teaspoon of salt. And I don't know if you guys know, but if you put salt in the palm of your hand, it's fill your palm, that's a teaspoon, but if you only go halfway, you got half a teaspoon. That's a real quick tip for adding salt. Okay, you're making a lot of noise. Did you know that? Okay, and then we're going to add about a half a teaspoon of pepper. And you know, guys, pepper is to your taste. If you want to have more pepper in there, go ahead. If you don't want as much pepper, cut it back. That's true of all the ingredients. So now we're going to add let's see, how much? 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. I almost said 2. And this is going to thicken that up a little bit along with the flour. Now you see how easy this is to mix up. Where if you could have this mixed ahead of time. Now the part that Rick did on the stove, you need to keep warm. So if you pre-made it, you could easily just reheat that real quick before you combine them. Okay, you want to bring over your sauteed veggies. So while he's bringing that over, we took a pie pan and I sprayed it with Pam, just some cooking spray. And I put 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs in here. And then you just shake them around like you are greasing and flouring a pan to bake in. And this is where the crustless comes from. This is going to give you a little coating on the bottom. Okay, he's not left-handed like me, so we kind of fight on the stove. He wants the pans one way, I want them the other way because I'm left-handed and he's right-handed. So we're just going to mix this up and we're going to just easily pour this into the crust. See how easy this is to make and how fast you could have dinner and serve it with a side salad or a cup of soup or whatever you guys like having with your quiche. A nice piece of meat if you want that on there. So here's the best part. We are going to top this with some more cheese. And guys, you can use reduced cheeses when you're cooking. So you're going to put this on here. This is Swiss cheese because I always associate a quiche with Swiss cheese, but I am learning to add cheddar cheese. You can use Kobe Jack in here. And this is going to be beautiful when it's done cooking. See how gorgeous this is? Oh, and to pull this out of the oven for when guests arrive, they're going to think, oh my gosh, you made a quiche. Little did they know it's going to be healthy for them and so easy to make. The next thing we're going to do is just top it with a little bit of nutmeg. If you don't want the nutmeg, you can leave it off. but it adds a little bit of that brown color on top for you. About 1/4 teaspoon is all you need. Look at how great that is. I think I like this. Okay. Yep. And Rick is going to take this and put it in the oven. So while he's doing that, and before we bring over the pre-cooked one for him to sample, which I know he's anxious to do. How long? No. Oh, we're going for 30 minutes. You're going to cook that for 30 minutes. See how fast that is? So by the time you chop your onions, so if you're going to chop an onion,
look how fast that was.
Look at that. You cook fast. Anyway, rainbow chard and Swiss chard, all those products grow so fast on the Tower Garden that we are finding all kinds of creative ways to cook with it. And we had abundance of chard for this week, and that's why we chose the quiche. So you can easily see if you have an abundance of spinach on your tower, you could substitute spinach. You can cook it in the pan the same way. And you would have, and I would add some celery for the crunch instead of the stems, but you can see how you can alter this whole recipe to make it fit for your taste. So it grows fast and quick. I'm so excited about our towers. We're moving our towers outside this week, and we're going to let the vegetables run their course. We have new vegetables started. We'll be showing you in the future. We have squashes planted. We have celery, like pink celery, regular celery. What else did we put in there, honey? The acorn, spaghetti squash, watermelon, we're gonna try cantaloupe. And some of my seeds were old. So we are going out and seeing, okay, will these seeds still grow? Once we get them sprouted, get them on the Tower Garden. But I just want to run through all my seeds because I can't throw anything away. So we have tomatoes, dill, sage, all kinds of delicious, delicious vegetables. And it's going to just broaden our cooking show to no end. So if you are looking for the recipe for today, just reach out to us. We're happy to send it to you. I think I need to cut this and he's sitting here drooling. Sorry guys, I have to stop the information part so I can serve this up to Rick here. Actually, I'm very, very curious about this recipe and how he likes it. After all, us girls, we like cooking for our guys. At least I do. Okay, it's hot, so don't burn yourself, honey.
Perfect.
This is the true test of time here. Oh, that's really warm. Well, he's not the only one getting a bite today because...
Well, that's breakfast. That's good.
Oh, but I could eat this all day long.
Yeah.
Guys, this tastes just like a quiche with a crust and all the fattening stuff, and it's so much healthier for you. Wow, you guys definitely need to reach out to me for this recipe. That's huge and so easy to make. So next week, I haven't figured out what I'm going to cook for you. I'm going to peruse around my tower and see what kind of vegetables I have that need to be cut, and I'm going to surprise you with another. And if you guys I'm going to see what I have to cook. And if you guys want me to cook something special, just let me know. Put it down on the bottom and something like an area I haven't cooked in yet. So I'll be happy to do that for you.
Disappearing quiche.
Oh, Rick wants me to rename this the disappearing quiche. So look at him. He's devouring this right in front of you. So guys, you have some homework here. You're going to give me recommendations. You're going to ask me for the recipe, and you're going to ask any questions about the Tower Garden because it is time to get that outdoor Tower Garden going. And we are just chock full of information for you. So until next week, we will see you. You have a beautiful week. The weather's starting to turn warm and the flowers are bursting all over, the pollen's in the air and everybody's sneezing, but still have a great week. And we'll see you next Monday. Bye for now.
Bye.
That is so delicious. Oh my gosh.